Hey Bellevue, my name's Rhone. I'm running for City Council in the city of Bellevue. I'm here to talk about Epic Option and why I like it. The mayor has said on social media that I think it's the end-all be-all. You know, there's no such thing as a perfect tax. We're taxed now. We pay income tax, we pay sales tax, we pay property taxes. And even if you rent, you're paying property tax because that cost, I guarantee you, is being passed on to you in your rent. So property taxes affect all of us. Epic Option is trying to revamp all that in the state of Nebraska. Now, state of Nebraska is the only one that's looking at this. There are other states that are considering options like this, but Nebraska's has really got the furthest on this process. So let me tell you what it is. Epic Option stands for Eliminate Property, Income, and Estate Taxes within the state of Nebraska. And what are we going to put in its place once we eliminate those is a 7.5% consumption tax. So what is a consumption tax? Well, a consumption tax is taxed on new items and services that we consume, whereas a sales tax is put on items that we buy or that are sold. And if you think about the business really being a tax collector, that's where the state, the county, and the city collects their sales taxes, or is at the point of sale. So that's not going to change with a consumption tax. You're still going to pay it there just like you do a sales tax. But the difference is with a consumption tax, if you buy a new car, you're going to pay that 7.5%. If you buy a used car, it's already been paid, so you won't have to pay that anymore. You get to choose whether you buy new or used. And we currently don't have a sales tax on groceries, but groceries will be exempted from this consumption tax. However, if you go to McDonald's and buy that hamburger or that Big Mac, you're going to pay that consumption tax on that. If you go and buy used, like if you go to Salvation Army or if you go to those places, you won't pay that consumption tax because they're used items. You go to a thrift store, those are used items. So consumption tax is really more fair. It's not really regressive like a sales tax. So if they do a sales tax, that's really regressive, which means it really hurts lower income people more than it hurts people that make a higher wage or a higher salary. Now, to be totally honest, the 7.5% is just the state's revenue for the Epic Option consumption tax. The other political subdivisions can also put on their consumption tax. It will not eliminate the sales tax for the city or the county. So the county will still have a sales tax, the city will still have a sales tax. The consumption tax, they can place that on there too. Now, will they? Well, that's the big question, and that's the biggest opposition to Epic Option. But if you look at this bridge right here that leads to Council Bluffs, they've still got to maintain competitiveness with Council Bluffs. So you're not going to have them raise those taxes so high that people will go over this bridge and go over to Council Bluffs and buy their products. They call that retail leak, and don't think that's going to happen. That's about it, guys. Epic Option's a way that takes the choice away from the government that tell us how much we're going to give them to spend and puts the choice in our hands, we the people, and we tell government how much we're going to give you to spend. That, to me, is the reason why I am for it, and it's the biggest reason why I'm for it, because it puts the power back to where it belongs, in the hands of we the people. My name's Rhone. I'm running for City Council in the city of Bellevue in Ward 3. As always, I'm yours in liberty. God bless the United States of America, and God bless Bellevue.